Hey everyone, Tin Man here, back with some more Dota Underlords. Going to be playing some ranked standard mode here. Trying to climb my way back up into top 50. I think I dropped a little bit yet, around 63 right now. Hopefully we can climb a bit higher and get a good win here. Alright, I'm actually trying to figure out what the best option is with... Obviously we could just buy everything in this pack. Actually, maybe... Razor isn't the best option here. Maybe the Assassins are stronger. Razor is good if you have somebody who can hold people in place, and then he'll get like maximum range for top damage on his plasma field. But we don't really have that. I mean, Mr. Warlock can kind of do that, but not as efficiently as like an Axe or another tank or something. We're up against Josh Rowe here, channel member, so good... hopefully we have a good matchup here. Josh Rowe's still trying to climb up into Lord at Big Boss 3 right now, so wish him luck, except against me. Well, I guess he doesn't need any luck to beat me on this particular fight. Alright, so we do take a loss on the first round here. We went up against some mages there, which are pretty powerful. We have the option to pick up a Voidstone, which I do like quite a bit in certain builds, but since I'm not really sure where I'm going with this, I think Chainmail is just a good kind of generic pickup that you're never going to be unhappy to have one Chainmail somewhere in your build. Alright, so I can pick up the second pair of the Nyx Assassin and the Mr. Warlock. I think I'll pick up the Shadow Shaman and then use a free reroll here. We do find a 2-star Nyx Assassin, so maybe that pulls us a bit closer to like Assassins rather. I was looking at Warlocks and Warriors. Not what I meant to say. Closer to Assassins, I would think. We don't have the third Assassin just yet, but getting him early is pretty strong, and he does hit very, very hard with that Vendetta in this early game. Question is, do I want to sell something off to get a second copy of him to maybe, or rather a fourth copy, I guess, to maybe go towards a 3-star version? If you do want to play Assassins, I mean, you're going to play them till the end of the game. Just looking around to see if there's anybody else really clearly going Assassins. Not particularly. I think I'm going to sell off the Shadow Shaman for an extra one. I do like Shadow Shaman quite a bit, but it doesn't really fit with much of what we're doing. We do find an Ogre Magi here, which I think that's going to be better than the Bounty Hunter, just to give us the Bloodbound bonus. And... well, we can pick up these guys, 2 pairs here, the Enchantress and the Drow Ranger. Not really sure if anything that we currently have really goes towards that. Assassins doesn't really go well with either of those. Neither does Mages, which we have a pair of Razor. I guess some kind of Bloodbound Brute thing can kind of work with Enchantress and Druids, but I struggle to see how Drow Ranger is going to fit into anything that we may want to be doing. Hopefully we can get this guy dead before he gets another cast-off. Unfortunately not. And Ogre Magi is going to die here to that curse. Demonic Purge, I guess it's called. And probably going to lose this one too. Might be able to take down this Enchantress. Just barely not. I was hoping to take that down and take one less damage here, but no matter. Pick up the Drow Ranger here after combat using the board as some extra bench space. We do find a 2-star Enchantress. So, I guess that's something. I really actually like the pair of Slarders here. I have so many other pairs. I think Slarders are really powerful. I think Warriors are actually good early game alliance. If you get like a 2-star Slarder, you get a 2-star Tusk or something like that, and it's actually pretty potent. I kind of wish I'd kept the Shadow Shaman now at this point, since we do have the 2-star Druid. I think what I'm just going to do is... I think we're probably not going towards mages. We see at least 2 other people kind of looking at mage units, and we just have a pair of Razors, which is not great. I want to sell off right away here to get a bit of extra time. Let's just use a reroll. We do find the Mr. Warlock, the Broodmother, and... oh, I couldn't buy that Shadow Shaman in time. Oh well. Find the Broodmother gives us a good insect for the Insect Alliance, which is quite potent at the moment. We do have a 2-star Mr. Warlock, but that being said, I don't really know that he's where we want to be going with this build. I guess we can go more Warlocks. You know, I'm actually going to sell off these Slardars. I think we have just too many other directions that we want to pursue. That the Slardars and Warriors is maybe not the best. We have other 2-stars to put in as well, and Slardar wouldn't give us any good alliances at the moment. Pick up the Queen of Pain here as an extra assassin to keep open the option to go towards assassins with insects, which is pretty strong, especially if it's uncontested. Pick up the Nyx Assassin Axe. Use a free reroll. We do find a 2-star Bounty Hunter and a pair of Queen of Pain. So I'm kind of thinking that Assassins looks pretty good, actually, all things considered here. And just another quick scouting around. We see someone has picked up a pair of Queen of Pains, but they're like very clearly towards a mage build. Bounty Hunters. There's a 2-star Bounty Hunter, but they're like going full scrappies. So I kind of like this situation for us. I think I want to pick up an Orb of Venom here. If we are going to go Assassins, Orb of Venom works really well on Ember Spirit. It's not the best item on him, but he does apply this debuff to everybody who he hits. And it's pretty potent here in the early game. So I think I just want to level up, throw in this Bounty Hunter, and then actually get in the Assassin bonus. Yeah, I downgrade out of the Enchantress, but I think that's acceptable. And I'm probably not going to use these other guys. I just want to sell up to get up to 10 gold since we've kind of missed out on some interest recently. I'll keep holding on to the Enchantress just in case we get like a Treant Protector. Then it's a pretty good option to go like Enchantress Treant as some frontline, along with the spiders, the insects. But at the moment, I think I want interest a bit more. And this Mr. Warlock is probably going to get sold off along with the axe at some point. And Enchantress, maybe if I want to grab extra interest for that reason. Alright. We do get up to 20 gold, but we do need to buy that Queen of Pains. Sweet, a 2-star Queen of Pains. Really insane at the moment. That is so strong. And I think we'll just sell off the Mr. Warlock, get up to above 20 gold. And next turn we're looking to level up and throw just somebody else in to hopefully keep this win streak going. Maybe Clockwork, because we do have a Scrappy, if we just need a tank up front. But we do have 3 Assassins online, and no one else really looks to be going towards our Assassins. Some of the mages might have picked up the Queen's Bane, and some of the people picking up Bounty Hunter for Scrappies, but overall there's not a lot of contest on this kind of build. We actually win the duel on our Broodmother, that's pretty nice. Give her a little bit more DPS. Not that she's a huge DPS source for this build, but you know, you'll take it where you can get it. Pick up Clockwork, and I think I'm just going to pump in 10 gold here to level up and get slightly higher odds on the Tier 3 and Tier 4 units, which we're hoping to pick up on this coming round. Alright, let's throw Clockwork up there to get a bit more frontline involved. And I do want to pick up the Queen of Pain, but I can wait till interest locks in at 20 to grab that one. Alright, does Orb of Venom still make sense on Nyx Assassin? I think he's probably the most resilient of my Assassins. Maybe Bounty Hunter now that we have Scrappy Alliance, but Nyx Assassin obviously has the Spike Carapace to keep him alive for a little bit longer. So I kind of think he's a better option because it doesn't really matter the attack speed for this Orb of Venom. As long as you're just constantly attacking the same target, as long as you're making one attack every 3 seconds, you'll be fine. So I don't need to put it on Bounty Hunter, who does have a much faster attack rate than the Nyx Assassin. Okay, there's a Bounty Hunter here, but nothing else that I really want. So I want to sell off to get up to 30 gold. I think the Enchantress, holding onto those is probably not where we want to be. So we'll get rid of those, get up to 30 gold, and just let that lock in, and then buy the Bounty Hunter afterwards. You can also pick up, like, Sven. He has some utility because you want to play Slark, so maybe you get scaled, especially if there's a lot of mages in the game. And you might want to play Dragon Knight with Viper, so he could be a Knight as well, to give the Knight Alliance. He's not the best option, since he's really just like a damage dealer source, he's especially good whenever you have other frontliners, but the assassin build really doesn't, and they're not really lacking for damage output, so I'm not thrilled about Sven. But he can work in certain situations, just for alliances. But I'm very willing to get rid of him if the situation calls for it. If I need the extra gold for interest or whatnot. Alright, so we're on a nice win streak here. 5 rounds in a row after we found all of our 2-star assassins. We see one player on mages, a couple people on warrior builds. I'm not... Normally I like Jull. I want him to be the aggressive tank version for this. I think for assassins here, I'm actually just going to pick up the Hobgin. The high damage Hobgin has been buffed a little bit, and pretty much if he can survive long enough to get his cast off, then that's like the best we can realistically hope for, because he's going to deal lots of AoE damage during that cast. I actually am going to level up here and throw in, probably not the Sven, probably just a Timber Saw. Give us the Inventor bonus. I do want to keep this win streak going, and I only lose 1 gold of interest to do this level up, so I think it makes sense to just get another guy up in there and hopefully keep this win streak going. Opposing Legion Commander is probably going to win their duel. Yep. That being said, I still think we got this. Yeah. So the nice part about Hobgin is as long as he survives long enough to get that initial cast of Friendly Fire off, it's going to deal like its full amount of damage. Whereas like Let's Go Crazy requires a lot of your units to stay alive for a while to benefit from the increased attack speed. And so in this kind of squishier build with the assassins, that might end up being a bit better for us. So I don't think I need another Orb of Venom. Hand of Midas is probably a good pickup. It has been nerfed a little bit lower percent chance, but we already have a good defensive item in the Chainmail, and we don't have too many frontliners that we're going to need to defend, so I'm happy to pick that one up. Alright, I picked up Treant just because there was a chance we might play him, because he's just a great unit, but here I just want to grab interest. Same kind of deal with Witch Doctor, because we do have a Warlock Spider, but I don't really think that's important. We do have the Weaver, which is kind of interesting to me, and I'm starting to think there may be a chance we actually just like pivot into a scrappy build as opposed to full assassins. We kind of have just 3 assassins. We don't have too many more. Haven't found any Ember Spirits or anything like that. So maybe a 4 scrappy build actually might make sense. And we'll have to see what comes of it. Scouting around, though, we see really just 1 person on a dedicated scrappy build, 1 on mages, 2 on kind of Legion Commander builds, and 2 on mages, that's what I said, a warrior, and a Heartless Brute build. So a good diversity here in what we're up against. Luckily, no one else in our assassins. We find the Snapfire along with a Viper. So I kind of like that idea, certainly over this like Timber Saw, and I guess even over the Clockwork. Can sell this Witch Doctor. Weaver might make more sense here than Broodmother now. Just it's a lot less tankier, it's a lot less frontliney, but it does give us the scrappy bonus back. So maybe that would have been a better pickup for this turn. We are finding the Clockworks, and with the Weavers, I'm kind of like looking like, yeah, Scrappy might be a play. Although I did get another insect, or another assassin. Queen of Pain, 1 more cast. Nice. Yeah, she just got her first Scream of Pain off at the very end there, which was obviously pretty huge to just lock that up right at the end. Alright, I think I want to level up here. We'll be at 5 of 25, so we level up. And I can put in this Scrappy anyway. We can also put in a Dragon Knight, interestingly enough. Maybe. Well, Dragon Knight's better if we do end up going towards like a more assassin build. I think Nyx Assassin is probably unlikely to get up to 3-star. So I'm just going to sell that off to clear up a spot for this Dragon Knight here. And I want to do that after the interest locked in. That's why we didn't buy him and put him in already. We have the Snapfire up in the front line because her main value is in this Mortimer Kisses ability, and she's reasonably tanky at 2-star. So I'm happy to have her in the front line and just let her get that cast off as soon as possible before anything else really goes. Probably going to lose this one here. Yeah, this Tusk. Couldn't quite get him down. Unfortunately, do take that loss. Against the Warrior build, they were pretty tanky. 5 Warriors, not 6. They didn't have the full 6 Warrior bonus. But they're still pretty hard to take down here. We had still a number of 1-star units that were not upgraded on our build. Alright, let's put Dragonite in, probably over the Viper here, I think. I'm just going to pick up this Broodmother, use our reroll, find another Viper. I think I'm just going to grab more towards this Assassin build. A little bit less on the Scrappies or Weavers. Just because we don't already have them upgraded, and I think the Assassins scale a little bit better into the later stages of the game. And we already have the Dragonite, which is great with the Assassin front lines. Alright, another small loss here. I think we just get 2-star on Clockwork and Broodmother. They survive a little bit longer to let everybody else pump out the DPS. Hope so. Or, 2-star Viper, 2-star Dragonite or something. Another 2-star Queen of Pain, maybe? There's a 2-star Viper. And a Slark and a Sand King, actually. Well, I like Sand King a lot more than I like Broodmother here. Just for the AoE stun. Pick up the Slark. Viper probably should just go in over the Snapfire, honestly. Or actually over the Dragonite until he's 2-starred. Just couldn't make it in time. It's all good, though. We've not yet found an Ember Spirit, which is a little bit disconcerting. And the build can work without Ember Spirit, but you really do want him. He is pretty strong. My opponent just got like the biggest Delta Slam ever. Hit my entire team. So sometimes the Spirit build gets the craziest Delta Slam ever, and sometimes they don't, but that one was really good. Actually, I probably don't even need Scrappy bonus here at this point if we're going to get rid of these guys. If anything, I might pick up like an Alchemist or something. Just because he also provides AoE Armor Shred for my Assassins to deal damage with. Battle Fury is really good if we do pick up that Ember Spirit, and it's actually pretty good on just everybody else. It's pretty good on Bounty Hunter just because he has really fast attack speed and 50 bonus damage is really strong. We do manage to pick up a 2-star Sand King here. That's pretty crazy. I'll pick up the Snapfire. There are a Mage build that's still ahead of us. I know I missed a Sven earlier. I'm going to pick up this Sven on the chance that we maybe want to play him for some scaled in the very late game. I know I missed one on the turn a few turns back, but I still think that's a possibility. I'm not actually sure that Dragonite is the best unit for a build at this exact moment. He doesn't really do a whole lot at 1-star. We do get this win now. I'm kind of wondering if Viper, Queen of Pain, or somebody else is better with for this Hand of Midas. Some of this Nyx Assassin's actually getting the most number of kills. I think I want Chainmail over on Viper though, instead of Snapfire, since Viper already has built in a lot of magic resistance, and if he survives a long time, that's really strong for us. So I think I want to give that to him and move him a little bit up front here, so that he can take some damage, get his Nether Toxin off quickly, really take advantage of that short cooldown on it. I may end up selling off these Bounty Hunters if I need the extra bench space here. We just can find another 2-star Viper. It's actually insane. I'm actually going to put that in over this Dragon Knight. Another 2-star Viper seems really good. While we keep the Dragon bonus. That's a 3-star Clockwork. Ew. That's pretty scary. He has been nerfed a little bit recently, so he's not quite as scary as he used to be. But 3-star on anybody is always a good time. Alright. This is the Spirit build again. And they got another pretty good Delta Slam off. So things not looking too hot here. Do take down the Earth Spirit, I suppose, but small comfort there. Yeah, with two kind of... Well, I guess just really one magic-based build that is doing really well. If I do get into the late game situation, I do need to keep Sven kind of in my back pocket here to say, yeah, we could go up to scale with Sven and Slark if necessary. If I need bench space, Bounty Hunter is probably the first one on the chopping block here. I think I want to level up just because it's a good time to, and most other people are going to be leveling up. I do cost myself a little bit of interest. Yeah, I'm just going to sell off these Bounty Hunters. I do find another Viper, so a 3-star Viper is totally in the cards, and that actually would be like a really good way to beat these kind of magic damage compositions. Is the Viper with his level 3 corrosive skin just makes him almost immune to magic damage, and that obviously would be really hard for mage compositions and spirit compositions to deal with. So that's the hope here. We can get a 3-star Viper, and he can carry us. In the meantime, though, he's not that great against these warrior compositions, who are pretty tanky and don't really care about little chip damage from his corrosive skin or anything else. Juggernaut's also particularly annoying because he's immune to magic damage, and his spin makes him immune to the insects, so he's kind of immune to a lot of our damage output here. So we do take a loss, but it's a narrow loss, and that opponent is close to being eliminated, so hopefully they just run up into somebody else and get taken out that way. Ready to cut Snapfire as soon as we find another 2-star assassin of any sort, whether it be Ember Spirit, Slark, Queen of Pain, anything along those lines. Use our free reroll. I'm actually going to use a couple of rerolls here just because we were at kind of the middle point of an interest threshold, so I couldn't get up to 30. And I'd rather take a couple rerolls on the chance that we find the 2-star Dragon Knight or 2-star Slark or something. We find a Viper and Slark here. They don't give us any upgrades just yet, but they put us 1 away, so it's not the worst thing. Pick those up after interest locks in. Move Slark over like this so that we know that he's coming in next. Hopefully he gets up to 2 stars sooner rather than later. And still looking for that Ember Spirit. He has proven very elusive here. Just a single copy of Ember Spirit, that's all we need. Well, hopefully 3 copies, so that he can hold the Battle Fury, but, you know, I'm not picky. I would take just 1 here so I can get up to 6 assassins, or we'd take a Phantom Assassin, or a Faceless Void, rather. That'd also be nice. Mage build is still alive and well, so still going to hold on to this Sven. If I want to put Sven in, though, I probably need to get up to level 9. There's 2-star Dragon Knight, perfect. And that means he is going to get the Hand of Midas now that he's a bit stronger and should hopefully be getting a lot more kills in this situation. And then we'll pick up the Sven afterwards. And now we've got to be a little bit more cautious about my gold total situation because I do want to level up to 9. Then we get the pair of Svens, it's likely we get them to 3-star. And then at level 9, we'll play 6 assassins plus Viper, Dragon Knight, Sven. I guess that leaves no room for Sand King. Maybe that's alright, though. Sand King does... Well, insects fall off a little bit in effectiveness, but Sand King is just really good at disrupting their kind of backline formations, so I'm not, like, eager to cut Sand King. I do like the guy for what he offers, but if we need that scale, that's probably what we're going to have to do here. Oh, wait, no. I don't. Hold on. Viper is still an assassin. Duh. So 6 assassins, Dragon Knight, Sand King, Sven. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I don't need... I was counting Viper as not an assassin for some reason. Okay, I can keep Sand King. Perfect. Perfect. Blade Mail, Silver Edge, or Scythe of Eyes? I'm thinking Blade Mail? Nah, Silver Edge is a pretty good pickup. Silver Edge is just always so efficient. We do find the 2-star Sven here. think what I want to do is... Oh, and an Ember Spirit. I just realized he's in this pack too. I'll wait a turn here. No, I'm going to sell that off. I just want to sell for interest because I was so close, and I do need to know, like, be careful about my gold. So I just want to sell off the Snapfire because I know she's getting cut at some point, and I just wanted to get that change made. But if I wasn't so concerned about interest, I would have just made the swap, put in 6 assassins this turn. I think put in the Slark and the and cut a Viper. But I was concerned about my interest, so that's where we're at. Unfortunately, Viper never targeted this Bloodseeker with his Nether Toxins. That is pretty bad news for us here. Well, he does get hit by Break, actually. That's crazy good. I forgot we put this Silver Edge on Dragon Knight. I'm like, why did he just get slowed so hard? He got hit by a Break effect because it has a cooldown, and that was huge, actually. So, really good stuff there. Alright, so we got the Ember Spirit. I'm going to move the Battle Fury over to him. I probably need to cut these Bounty Hunters just for bench space here. And then next turn I'm looking to level up. That makes sense to me. Yeah, Bounty Hunter's probably never going to happen. Alright, so hopefully Ember Spirit can get one cast off, do his big cleave, and... that'll be that. My opponent's a 3-star Lycan. Alright, I don't think I can beat that. That guy hits so hard when he transforms. And especially when he's immune to magic damage and the spell. He's supposed to get stunned there by the spiked carapace, but like, yeah, this guy just like 2 or 3 shots pop in there. Alright, well, there's a lot of 3-stars in this game. The Snapfire, Lycan, Legion Commander, Bloodseeker, Clockwork. Oh boy. No matter, we're hopefully about to hit our 3-star Viper. I'm gonna actually wait to level up just yet because I do want this Viper leveled up more than I want Sven or Slark. So I'm gonna level up next turn, but I want to take my initial roll on a lower. Actually, no, I probably didn't want to do that. I probably wanted to level ahead of time because I am looking for 2-star Slark as well. A little hard to say. Use a reroll. Yep, there's the Slark. Perfect. Let's give him the Hand of Midas now because he needs some attack speed. And probably sell off these Queens of Pain to get back up to 10 gold for interest. She just doesn't really seem that likely to get up to 3-star. And I'd rather just have a bit of extra gold for rerolling towards the Viper and the Viper and what else? Ember Spirit. And also a Faceless Void would be nice. Faceless Void could easily replace probably the Bounty Hunter. At this point, Bounty Hunter doesn't do too terribly much for us. Looks like we take this win again against the Break effect coming up real big. Against the Bounty Hunter. Or the Bloodseeker, rather. Alright, things looking good. I don't think Ember Spirit's been doing too much, though. He even get his cast off? Yeah, he does get it off. It just doesn't do very much damage. Well, there's another one, so a couple rerolls could maybe get us another upgrade. I don't think a 3-star Slark's where we're looking for. There's the Viper. There he is. Alright, that's insanely strong. Still great to have him up on the front line. He's so tanky, especially with a chainmail for a defensive option. So now he's basically immune to magic damage and really hard to hit with physical damage, too. Might as well use another reroll or 2 trying to find this Ember Spirit. We don't find it. We can reroll down to 3 gold here. Oh, here's the 3-star Lycan. Unfortunately, hopefully he doesn't just crit down this Viper really quick. He probably will. Unless he gets hit by another Toxin. That's my plan here. He does not get hit by another Toxin. But the rest of his board's gone, and Slark is still alive and comes in with the Disarm coming up huge there. That is a big win. And the Viper being so tanky was so good there. Really held a lot of them in place, and then, of course, Slark just going crazy in the back line as well. Honestly, with the kind of the state of how healthy everybody still is, Maybe I could have gone for a Slark 3-star. Considering we've seen 3 of them, I think it's a possibility. Oh well. I'm still pretty healthy, so I don't want to reroll too terribly much if I can keep a good interest point here. Obviously, I do want the 2-star Ember Spirit, but I can wait a turn. Actually, I'm not even sure that this still makes sense on him. The Battle Fury, just at 1-star here. Yeah, maybe it's fine. Alright, let's see. Hopefully this Slark can carry us again as Viper distracts their entire team. He does get hit by a Doom, but I think we still get this. Slark gets another jump off. Did not disarm on that jump for some reason. That was kind of weird. He jumped from like right here over to like right here and did not disarm that Legion commander. Did she have something? No, she didn't have anything. It was weird. Maybe it was just on. Maybe it does have like an internal cooldown on it, and you just can't see that. But it must have not triggered there. Oh well. No matter. Still got the win. Still looking pretty strong. Black King Bar. Yeah, it's good damage output. There is still the mage build, so I think that's probably advisable over like Eye of Scotty. We're not stacked up enough to require a the healing ward, and it's not even that great of an item anyway. I do think I want to reroll at this point because I've had a couple turns where I haven't found this upgrade, and I'm getting a little bit nervous that other people are going to be finding upgrades here after that item that everyone got to pick up. And my item was fine, but it wasn't like a refresher orb on a lone druid, which some people picked up, or like, you know, other kinds of big impactful items. So I feel like we did get a little bit weaker compared to the rest of the board on that particular pickup. So I think it's appropriate to do a little bit of rerolls, hope to find a little bit of an upgrade. We did not find it, unfortunately, but that being said, we're up against the ghost of a mage player, and this Viper looks pretty untouchable. So really good thing that we've got the scaled bonus here. We have the scaled bonus, Viper's corrosive skin, and he has built-in just normal magic resistance on the unit. Man, he is basically immune to magic damage. It stacks multiplicatively, so it's really like 90+% damage reduction, but still really good. And Sven is also kind of immune for the first 10 seconds of the fight as well. So he's able to clean up. Alright, things are looking good here for us. Hopefully we can ride this to victory. Still looking to replace Bounty Hunter with a Faceless Void. Looking to get 2-star Ember Spirit and anything else? Not really looking to get up to level 10 because I'd rather get these other upgrades first. Maybe a 3-star Slark if I'm feeling a little cheeky here. You never know. Might get there. Alright. I'm just going to reroll down to like 10 gold every turn. I still have that same kind of logic that we haven't found an upgrade in a while, but I'm not so desperate on life total that I want to just like spend everything and try to reroll, you know? Alright, Sand King hits like everybody on their team. They're nice and stacked up for a Dragon Knight. This is just like ideal. And they're nice and stacked up for Sven as well. Sven did lots of cleave damage as they just get evaporated. That's a really good matchup for us. Even though they've got a lot of high star level units, they got 3-star Chaos Knight, 3-star Bat Rider. It just was no match. Our Ember Spirit didn't even do much, and you know, if he was a 2-star with the Battle Fury, he would do a lot in that fight as well. There's the 2-star. Alright, now I feel like I can just sit back and not do anything, not reroll until we take another loss or something, and just passively pick up any Slarks that we may find. Because I feel really good about the current situation here against everybody else. I haven't seen anything that really made me want to like change my positioning to any extent. Maybe I want to move the Sand King away from the Earth Spirit in this matchup, because this Geomagnetic Grip probably silences him up first. He does get his cast off. Okay, so the grip doesn't even silence him before he gets that cast. My opponent has the Faceless Void, but I don't think it's going to really matter. Viper's still immune to damage, So, well, not really, but like, really. Look at this guy. Yeah, I think it's like, looks like we got this one. Viper, just such a good unit. Alright, last two opponents are the Bloodseeker build, which we haven't faced in a little bit, but because we've got the Silver Edge break effect, I feel kind of okay about that matchup. As long as we can get the break effect onto the Legion Commander and their Bloodseeker, I'm kind of alright with where that's at. So let's take a look at their formation and see what I can do here. So if I just like shift everybody over like this Dragon Knight hopefully gets onto Legion Commander right away. And I can actually move Nick's Assassin over this way to hopefully jump and leap and kill the Legion Commander right off the bat with the break effect if we face them. We don't face... Oh no, we do. Okay, we do face them. He was just backwards because I was looking at their board. Dragon Knight does not hit him right away. Does hit the Bloodseeker right away, but that's still fine. Does get his Breath of Fire off on both the Legion Commander and Bloodseeker. That'll reduce their attack damage output by quite a bit, and then he turns on the Legion Commander, and looks like that should clean up. So that's a good example of like how to make late game adjustments, is identify like who you think you're weak against, who you think could beat you. And I didn't know if they could beat me or not, but like I hadn't faced them in a while, whereas I beat the other two people fairly recently. And I thought, okay, I'll just, I'll pretend that maybe they could beat me, and then just react accordingly. So we do take them down. I actually just think I want to level up here. I got 40 gold, so I can just level and just straight up put in the Faceless Void, in addition to keeping the Bounty Hunter. If we want to, we can replace it with a Slark here. A 2-star Slark. I actually might want to replace it with like a 2-star Dragon Knight. That would be even better. But we might just win the game on this turn. It's possible, but if not, I might just sell off the 2-star Bounty Hunter and pick up the 1-star Dragon Knight, and then just hope we can get either a 2-star Slark or a 2-star Dragon Knight for next turn. Here up against the Mages again, they have a really bad Delta Slam in the backline, but our like magic immune units are still basically at full HP. Our big damage sources, the Viper, the Dragon Knight, the Sven. So it looks like this is a nice solid win on this round. So we knock out Salanella, and Exhale also loses. No, it does not lose, actually. Okay, they do take the win against that board. So I think I will pick this up. I've got plenty of time. Even if I take a loss or two against Exhale here, I'll have a lot of time to try to find another 2-star Dragon Knight. Bloodthorn's probably advisable, more so than a Refresher Orb on the current board. Let's drop that on... probably the Nyx Assassin. I'll say he's really survivable. Let's drop that over there. We do find another Dragon Knight. Let's use a reroll or two. Alright, let's sell off these Slarks. 3-star Slark's not super realistic, and a second Dragon Knight sounds great to me. Let's actually drop the Bloodthorn on this Dragon Knight. Do a quick scout on their positioning. Kind of the same concept. Just trying to deal with this Legion Commander first and foremost. I guess I could have sold off this extra Slark for interest, if I'm just looking for a 2-star Faceless Void now, but whatever. Alright, now once we kill the Alchemist, we get both Dragon Knights focused on this Legion Commander, and that should take her down real quick, as our Assassin's still going crazy in the back line. 3-star Bloodseeker, oh, he got a big heal, but he did get hit by the break effect. Yeah, this Silver Edge has really been like the MVP of this fight. This Silver Edge just demolishes that Bloodbound Bloodseeker Legion Commander build as it breaks all of their passives and items, and it's just so good. So we do take the win there with a good Assassin build, completely uncontested, and we get a nice 74 points, hopefully bringing us much closer back into the top 50. So yeah, this just went so well. A lot of 3-stars came out. We did get the Viper as kind of a product of being uncontested in the Assassin build. It's possible we could have gone a bit harder for a 3-star Slark, but was not necessary in the end. And otherwise, I think this game went pretty well. High damage Hobgon worked out reasonably well. I kind of prefer like aggressive tank Jull in this build because you want a bit more frontlining, but Hobgon worked pretty well. as well. Also, I correctly identifying that the mage build was going to be one of our big competitors, so prioritizing BKB and a Sven to get scaled bonus was also important in this win. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time.